Good evening, Otherworldies. This is Queen Juliana, your dark mask diva. So I'm going to talk about toxic friendships, particularly toxic friendships between women. And I'm going to talk about toxic venting, which I've talked about in other content, and I call it toxic dumping because that's basically what it is. You're just, somebody is dumping on you when they're toxic venting, okay? They're toxic dumping. So there's this thing going on if you have Facebook, okay? There's this thing going on, and I can't quote it verbatim, but it just made me want to be like, when I read it, and it's this thing where people are posting it on their profile and they want everybody to share it on their profile when they see it. And it's completely nauseating to me. And it's like, I need 6 solid queens to post this on their profile, and I'm not going to tag anyone, but post this if you're going to be there anytime to listen to your friends' problems and blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, the Dark Mask Diva is not going to post that on her profile. All right, because that's, listening, to drop everything and listen anytime to somebody's problems. Okay, first of all, the friends that are posting it on their profile, it's like, once you read this, check in. All right, these people that are checking in and posting it on their profile, first of all, they're people who won't listen to each other. All right, they're people who brush each other off, but they're still checking in on that person's profile, even though they brush that person off, okay? Now, there's no way that A, I'm checking in, B, I'm putting that on my profile, all right? Because I want to discourage people from venting to me. First of all, that doesn't mean that they don't vent to me. I would just like to discourage it. Secondly, guys, I'm not going to drop everything and listen to you vent. First of all, if you ring my phone when I'm in the restroom, if you ring my phone if I'm tending to my family, if you ring my phone if I'm trying to sleep, if I'm taking a bath, okay, if I'm trying to eat a meal or something, I'm not going to get it. Okay, if you want my attention, you're only getting my attention if I'm not doing anything else. That's the only time you're getting my attention, if I feel like I'm in the mood to talk to you. Okay, that's the only time you're getting my attention. Okay, and here's the thing. You're not going to take attention away from my family, okay? If you're a wife and mother, you should not let your friends take your attention away from your husband and kids, okay? No. Don't think that you should be able to take somebody's attention away from their family, or if they have work that needs to be done, or if they need to eat a meal, or they need to bathe, or they need to take a nap, or they need to just basically do self-care. Don't think that you are entitled to their time. That's basically kind of, I'll drop anything and talk to my friends. That's basically what that post was. And I'm thinking, first of all, that's not true. These people, some of these people that were making the post and checking in and reposting it, they absolutely will not do that for each other, okay? I know the people that are making the post and checking in, and no, they don't feel that way about each other, because I know the people that are doing it. They don't feel that way. They've actually complained about each other. So-and-so ignores me. So-and-so will talk to me for 5 minutes, and then, in the call, so-and-so, well, yeah, they're busy, okay? But they're the first person to check in on the thing. Okay, of course I ignored it. Because I don't want people to feel like they can call me and I will drop everything and talk to them. I'm not going to do that. Even if I'm not doing anything, maybe I just don't feel like talking to you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because these people who want to call and they want to vent, or they want to text all day and they want to vent, they will not let me vent or talk or anything like that. If I try to talk about myself, you know what they do? They change the subject and they talk about themselves some more. Okay, so let's examine what's going on here. Okay, one of my theories is narcissism is on the rise. And you know your dark mask diva likes to talk about narcissists, okay? And you know I'm one of those people, let's not have that victim mentality about narcissists. Let's just call it out when someone is being a narcissist, okay? Some of our friends, you guys, have a high degree of narcissism, okay? We need to face when our friends are narcissists. Some of our friends are narcissists, okay? And they want all our attention, and they want to take it away from our husbands and our kids. And they think that we should not be able to eat our meals because they need to vent about their problems. All right. You know, I had a friend, are you mad at me? No, I need to eat my meal. You know, I don't think you want to hear me chewing on the phone, do you? That's gross. You know, I needed to eat my meal before I called you back. You know, you called this, you know, you have to remember we're in a time zone difference. This is the time that I eat my lunch. You know, it's like they don't stop to think, this is when I eat. That kind of thing. You know, and you have to bring them back to reality. You know, no, that doesn't mean I'm mad at you. That means it was time for me to eat my lunch. Okay, so it's because they're self-centered. They think their problems are the only thing that matters. They don't think that maybe you need to eat, or maybe you needed to take a nap. Yeah, some of us have health problems and we need to take a nap. Or what if you don't have a health problem and you still needed to take a nap? Okay, maybe you're just tired. Maybe you had to get up really early that day and take care of something. I needed a freaking nap. Hello. So you have to face sometimes that some of your friends are a little narcissistic, okay? Now, and you have to face another thing too. Some of your friends are self-involved. It's really just on the rise these days, you guys. Some of your friends, they want to vent to you. And then when you bring up something that has to do with you, they will change the subject back to something that has to do with them. All right. Here's the thing. You have to face some things about your friends. You're going to have to start ignoring their phone calls because you bring something up about yourself, they're going to change the subject. They don't want to hear anything you have to say about yourself unless it has to do with them. Okay, so if you go to them with a problem, they're going to be busy. They're going to change the subject, right? They don't want to hear about you. Now, the thing is, to be fair, I don't have a lot of problems that I need to vent about because I'm solution-based. So I don't vent about a lot of things. But if I do try to talk about myself, these so-called friends will change the subject. They don't want to hear about me. Unless I go, oh, we have that in common. Unless we have that in common, they don't want to hear about it. Honest to God. I mean, I don't have very many friends that honestly want to hear about how I'm doing. That's just the truth. I mean, we live in a society now where these female friends, a lot of female friendships are toxic. They just want to vent about themselves and they want their ego stroked. Okay, so we have to either check these friends and say, I would really like a chance to talk about myself. I would like this friendship to go both ways where I'm able to talk about myself. We have to be able to put a boundary up with some of these people. I have lost a lot of friendships because I put boundaries up and they decided they didn't like me anymore. And these are reasonable boundaries. This is not me being a capital B word or anything like that. This is me putting a reasonable boundary up. I've had a lot of people decide they don't like me anymore because I put a boundary up. Okay? I've had a lot of people decide they don't like me anymore because I'm not a pushover. They decide they don't like me anymore if I, am not compliant with them. If I'm not a pushover, if they can't have their way with me, they decide they don't like me anymore. Okay, I'm sorry. I have a backbone. I'm a human being with rights. They decide they don't like me anymore. Well, you have the right to assert yourself if you don't like something that's going on and that, that you need to assert yourself. And people decide they don't like you anymore. They don't like you unless they can take advantage of you. Well, that person doesn't need to be in your life anymore, right? Sometimes you just need to let your needs be asserted. So sometimes that person just needs to drop off. they need to fade away. They decide they don't like you anymore. Some people just only like you because you are a convenience in their life. They don't really want to know you as a person. You're just a big ear to them. You know what I mean? You are just a big lot where they dump their issues. You know what I mean? You are not really like a real human being to them. And I'm really sorry to put it that way, but a lot of people, they're just some type of narcissist, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because we've all just been through so much trauma that people just have all this trauma that they want to dump. I don't know if we've all just been through so much that we don't want to solve our own problems. We just want to tell other people about the problem. I mean, I can't listen. I can't just keep listening to it. It's like, well, do you have like some kind of solution to this? I mean, or do you want to hear what happened in my day? I mean, can we have this be a two-way street? Like, I like talking to people and coming up with a solution to a problem, because I like reasoning with people and going, hey, what should we do about this? Because I'm going to tell you what, I come from the hood, and every day it was just raining problems. You know what I mean? So I don't like staying stuck, where all we do is talk about problems and talk about awful stuff that happened, because I lived with awful stuff that happened for a really long time, and I don't like staying stuck. I like moving forward. I mean, I've moved forward a lot in my life, and I like to keep, moving forward from there. I don't like staying stuck in problems. I don't like dwelling on problems. I don't like talking about it, and just venting about it isn't making the problem better. It's like, okay, well, what should we do about this? And I don't like hearing about the same thing over and over. And it's like, that person will not do me the same favor and listen to something that bothers me. They really won't, so I don't know what's up with all the self-involvement lately. But if you're one of those toxic female friends that expects your female friend to drop everything, to ignore their husband and kids, to ignore their own basic needs and everything just to listen to your crap, stop being that toxic female friend, please. I mean, you can't be a friend to me. Are you that way with your female friends? Are you so self-involved that you're the princess in your relationship and you think everybody needs to hear your crap all the time? Please stop being that person. I mean, I'm just getting to the point where, I'm just, I don't want to be that venting friend to somebody all the time. And, I really urge you not to let people vent. I mean, don't be an open door to people. Don't answer the phone. Cut conversation short. Don't be available. Put those boundaries up. Just don't be available. They won't do the same for you. It's just getting to the point where there are so few people who want to have a solution. And there are fewer good people out there now, and it's really bad. So if you're a toxic friend like that, who's always calling somebody to complain, can you please stop being like that? Seriously. And that Facebook thing that's going around, if you see that, can you please ignore it, because it's a bunch of nonsense. It's really, I'm ignoring it, and I hope everybody sees that I'm not signing up for it. I'm ignoring it, and I hope they notice that I'm not on it. So I hope they're getting that and going, oh, because I think I'm the only person being honest. I think they're all full of it, and that's all I have to say about that. But so much narcissism on the rise, you guys. And if you are one of those toxic people, can you please just look at your own behavior? But that's all I have to say about that. And I love you all. And I hope you have a beautiful evening. And I had a wonderful day. And I hope you do too. Bye-bye.